Hello everyone, Violet here. This is my tarot and oracle card collection. Today we're going to be looking at the Mermaid Deck and the Fairy Deck. I'm going to show you two oracle card decks today. We've got one, the Mermaid Oracle, and the other is the Fairy Oracle. So let's go ahead and start with the Mermaid Oracle. This is by Lucy Cavendish, and let's take a look inside. Alright, so this deck comes with this beautiful book. Let's take a look at the cards. All right, so the backs of them are this lovely image here. I find this deck to be very sensual, to be very fantastical. It definitely helps me get in touch with my more sensual side, emotional side. It helps me think of myself as beautiful, and I actually had an incredible experience with these cards with one of my friends who's transgender and was going through her transition, and I pulled the Selkie card, and it was so meaningful and so deep of a message and an experience that I had with my friend that I've just felt very connected to these cards ever since. So let's take a look at some of the artwork. All right. Return of Aphrodite, Time and Tide, the Crane Bag, Song of the Siren, Dreams, Visions, Sisterhood, Farewell to the Moon, the Selkie and Her Skin, that's the card I was talking about, Water Flight, Soul Cage, Honor the Masculine, Fertility, Beauty, the Mirror, the Unseen, Divine Sensuality, Yearning, Vulnerability, Divination, Sacrifice, Freedom, Endurance, Falling in Love, Receptivity, Imrama, not sure if I'm saying that quite right, Homeland, Air, the Present, Experiments, Reflections, Transparency, Coral's Wisdom, Time Out, Yamaya, also not sure if I'm saying that quite right, Energy Field Adjustment, Sanctuary, Guide, Lemuria Returns, The Magic of Cohelen Druith, forgive me if I'm not saying that name right either, Telepathy, Wave of Power, Adrift, Concomancy, so it's seashell divination. I've drawn this one before, it was really, really interesting, and Atlantis. So the writing is by Lucy Cavendish. The artwork is by Selena Fenech. It says Fenech. And inside of the booklet, whenever you pull one, so I just turned to Falling in Love. First you have the meaning of the card, the mermaids sing, and this is the message from the mermaid. Then you've got the reversed, for if you pull it reversed. And then you have divination, which is how you can interpret this into your life. And that's what each one has. At the beginning of the booklet, you have some arrangements, some spreads that are specific to the mermaids. This also has obviously a lot to do with the element of water and the moon, because the moon affects the tides of the ocean. So I absolutely love this deck. I think it's gorgeous. I find it really powerful and also really uplifting and deep. It really has it all for me. So yeah, there it is, Oracle of the Mermaids. Next up, we're going to take a look at Healing with the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. So obviously there's controversy around Doreen Virtue because she was a big part of the spiritual community and then basically pulled away and said, I'm no longer doing this, I don't want to be associated with my decks anymore. She still has decks, but they're all like Bible verses or like Jesus cards, things like that. So she doesn't want this deck anymore in circulation, this Oracle card deck, along with many others. Now, I got this deck before this happened. I wasn't like a follower of Doreen Virtue or anything, but when all of this went down, I realized I had one of these decks that wasn't hers. So I actually had a conversation with this deck itself, and I pulled cards from this deck about this and concluded that I can separate this deck from the original author. So now this stands on its own as its own magical object, not connected to its author or what its author is doing now, which is also her wish. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew the backstory on that. But let's take a look. I'm thinking it's possible, it might be difficult to buy these now, but you might be able to get them used or in certain ways. I've still seen stuff by Doreen Virtue around, so I'm not sure. Okay. So we'll take a look at these cards. We'll take a look at the artwork first, and then I'm going to tell you my feeling on it. Oh, and really fast. Okay, so all of the artwork in this deck are actually by different people, it seems. So in the back, there's information about each artist, which cards they designed, and a bio about them. And then the writing is by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so let's take a look. So we have Stand Your Ground, Moving Forward Fearlessly, Happily Ever After, Visualization, Financial Flow, Laughter, Inner Power, Sexuality, Look Inside Yourself, New Opportunity, Make Music, New Location, Romantic Partner, Higher Consciousness, Beauty, Trust Your Intuition, Rise Above Problems, Environmental Awareness, Peace of Mind, Magic of Nature, Self-Reliance, Be Honest with Yourself, Honoring Your True Feelings, Positive Expectations, Kindness, Making New Friends, Problem Resolved, Quiet Time, Vacation, Breaking Free, Raising Your Standards, Kick Up Your Heels, body movement, dreams coming true, miracle healing, follow your dreams, awakening your true self, creative expression, detoxification, parenting and children. I drew this one recently actually, and I'm about to have a baby very soon. Feeling safe, inner child, letting go, family harmony. So as you can see, all of these cards have a border around them of different colors and patterns, and the other side are all butterflies. Now, my initial impression of these cards when I first ever opened them, I found them to be more, like it felt more childlike to me, which I can definitely see fairies, of course, being childlike. I also work with the Fae, and I've realized that, like people, there is a huge range of their personalities and intentions, and it's not all just like light and happy. So I originally, when I looked at these cards, felt like they felt a little bit surface level to me, like light and happy, and not quite as deep as, like, say, the mermaid cards are. However, as I've worked with them, I have been shocked and surprised at the kinds of messages that have come through, and how well they've worked for me and communicated to me. So this is one of those cards where my initial impression of it completely changed after having a relationship with the cards and working with them. So when you take a look in the guidebook, at the beginning there are instructions on how you can use them, and then it's alphabetical, so you find the title of your card, and basically you have a little spread, you have the meaning, and you have some commentary on it, and then you have an affirmation that you can use in your life. And that is Healing with the Fairies. Thank you so much for watching this video and checking out my collection. I hope you really enjoyed it. I'm a brand new channel, so subscribing would really help me out. If you like the video, give it a like. Comment down below what you think of these two decks. Which one do you like better? What are your initial impressions? Have you worked with either of these decks before? And yeah, please subscribe. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!